Well, abortion in the US are at its lowest level since 1976. That's tremendous, isn't it? 25% fewer than in 1990, when the number of abortions was 1.6 million in that year. I'll tell you something, I don't even believe that figure to be correct. I don't believe abortions have gone down at all. I believe it's higher, and I believe that the figure bears no relationship to reality. Can we begin to see why God is so fed up with what is going on in His world, which He made perfect? We are destroying the planet, as I've said so many times, and we are destroying the people. You know, in the first verse we read in Luke, it's buried under this massive paper now, it also linked it with Sodom. And you know what? The sexual abomination that exists at the moment is horrific. Last night I got an email from one of my colleagues, and she had been on a very innocent site, and she clicked on the bottom of this thing to see the link, and she was confronted by nasty bestiality. And said, oh, for the top 10 bestiality sites, click here. Yes, it mightn't be on your normal daytime television, but it's on the internet. You can just click here and you can see the most disgusting, revolting things you would ever want to imagine. Sodom, we have actually passed the point of Sodom. We have actually passed the point of Sodom. I have an article that I again received last night from someone else, and it's all over the internet, this, because I just did a simple search. 10-month, if you just do a search for the 10-month-old baby who was raped and killed, you'll find it. You'll find stacks and stacks, the pictures and everything. A beautiful young child, 10 months, was raped and killed last November. I think it was in Pennsylvania. It certainly was in the United States. Now it says, as it was in the days of Noah. So what was going on in the days of Noah? What was going on in the days of Noah is exactly what we're seeing around us now. They did their genetic engineering. They did play around and mix in animals with humans. We've got a picture of a creature that's somehow, I don't know if it was born to a dog or not. It's half dog, half man in appearance. It is vile, it is revolting. But we have said we're going to see this more and more. And we have said we have done a video on this thing. Embryos, and you know, it's just awful. It is just revolting. Now, we have also done a document on the website called The Prison, and we have explained many times how this whole system works, and that we can think that all these governments are against each other, but they're actually in it together. We did the document, the funeral of the Pope, where we showed all the people who turned up at the previous Pope's funeral, people you would not expect to be there. Well, here's something for you to chew and digest. This is Ahmadinejad, the head of Iran. I mightn't say his name very well, but he's the main man in Iran. He said, "It is not possible to observe global justice under such conditions that each country is ruled based on a different set of laws. That's January 22nd. Get this. He said that the era for drawing borderlines between Islam, Christianity and Judaism is now over, reiterating unadulterated Christianity and Judaism are the same, as they are entirely manifestations of the same divine truth. Suddenly we see this arch enemy of the United States being a member of the New World Order. You see, we mentioned that lady in America, Oprah, New World Order. Head of Iran, New World Order. All of them, New World Order. Imagine that. You never thought that, would you? That you'd see Christianity, Judaism, and Islam linked together. Well, the Roman Catholics do that all the time. Well, the Independent on the 27th, playing God, the man who would create artificial life. They're playing, doing their genetic games, and they're now quite sure that they could create artificial life. And they now go on to say, in the same paper, who wants to live forever? A scientific breakthrough could mean humans live for hundreds of years. No reason why people couldn't live until they were 800. Well, there is a problem with that. There really is. Because God is the giver of life. And if we just go back to Genesis chapter 6, you know, we see there that God is going to destroy all the world. And then he actually says how long people were going to live. I can't see it instantly, but basically we have been put down to 70. That's what God did at the time of the flood.